If you're planning a trip to Vietnam, you're in for one incredible adventure. From lush green landscapes and stunning beaches to vibrant cities and rich cultural history, Vietnam offers a little bit of everything for every kind of traveler. Whether it's your first time or you're a seasoned explorer, this guide will help you navigate the best things to see and do, how to get around, and more. By the time you finish this video, you'll be fully prepared for an unforgettable trip to Vietnam. Vietnam is a great destination year-round, but the best time to visit depends on the region. In the north, including Hanoi and Halong Bay, the cooler months from November to April are ideal. Winter, especially from December to February, can be chilly, but generally brings mild, dry weather. The south, home to Ho Chi Minh City and the Mekong Delta, has a tropical climate with a rainy season from May to October. For sunny weather, plan your visit during the dry months from December to April. Now, if you're planning to explore the central region, including Da Nang and Hue, the weather can be less predictable. While rain is more likely in the fall, spring and summer offer pleasant conditions overall. So, no matter when you visit, there's always a good spot to head to in Vietnam. Before packing your bags, there are a few things you should keep in mind. First, Vietnam is a cash-based society, so it's always a good idea to have some Vietnamese dong on hand. While credit cards are accepted at many tourist spots, cash is necessary for small purchases. ATMs are everywhere, so withdrawing cash won't be a problem. Vietnam has a tropical climate, so make sure to pack light, breathable clothes for the day. But do remember that it can get a bit cooler in the evenings, especially in the north, so a light jacket could be handy. And if you're planning to visit temples or other religious sites, be sure to dress modestly. It's respectful to cover your shoulders and knees when entering these places. Another thing to know is that Vietnam can be a bit chaotic, especially in the larger cities like Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh. Traffic can be overwhelming, with motorbikes zipping by in every direction, so it might take some time getting used to. But don't worry, the locals are used to it, and they've got an uncanny ability to navigate through the madness. Just stay alert when crossing the streets and take it slow. Vietnam has a well-connected transportation system, so getting around is generally straightforward. However, there are a few key points to keep in mind. First off, buses are a popular and affordable option, especially for long distances. Overnight buses are an excellent way to save both time and money. The night buses are especially handy if you're traveling between major cities like Hanoi, Hue, or Ho Chi Minh City. They're comfortable enough, with reclining seats and sometimes even beds, so you can sleep through the ride and wake up in a new place. Another great way to travel is by train, especially on the North-South Railway, which offers stunning views of the coastline. But if speed is a priority, domestic flights are affordable, quick, and easy to book, making them ideal for covering long distances, such as between the north and south. And of course, in cities like Hanoi or Ho Chi Minh, taxis and ride-hailing services like Grab, think of it like Uber, are super convenient. Vietnam is known for being a budget-friendly destination, so if you're watching your wallet, you're in luck. Daily expenses will vary based on where you're staying and how you're traveling, but overall, it's possible to live like a king on a backpacker's budget here. Accommodation is very affordable. With a wide range of options, you can find budget hostels for around $5 to $10 a night, or mid-range hotels that are comfortable and cost around $20 to $30. Of course, if you're looking for luxury, Vietnam also has plenty of high-end hotels and resorts, especially in bigger cities and along the beaches of Phu Quoc Island. Expect to pay $50 or more per night at these top-tier places. When it comes to food, the street food in Vietnam is some of the best and cheapest in the world. A bowl of pho or banh mi from a local vendor can cost as little as $1 to $2. If you sit down at a restaurant, expect to pay around $5 to $10 for a meal. And for something fancy, a high-end dinner in a restaurant will still only cost you about $20 to $30 per person, which is a steal compared to many Western countries. Transportation is affordable too. A short taxi ride within a city will typically cost you $2 to $4, while Grab rides are even cheaper. If you're hopping on a local bus, it'll probably set you back less than $1. If you're looking to stretch your budget in Vietnam, there are plenty of ways to save. First, stick to local transportation like buses or motorbike taxis instead of pricey cabs. Not only will you save money, but you'll also experience the hustle and bustle of the local culture. For accommodation, consider guest houses or homestays. These are often just as comfortable as hotels, and they offer a chance to connect with locals while keeping costs low. When it comes to food, skip the touristy spots and eat where the locals eat. Street food is not only delicious, but it's also incredibly affordable. Some of the best meals come from the smallest stalls. Lastly, when shopping for souvenirs, remember to haggle. It's part of the fun and expected in Vietnam, so don't hesitate to negotiate for a better price. Now, let's talk about what you're really here for. The things to see and do in Vietnam. You'll definitely want to make a stop in Hanoi, the capital, where history and culture are everywhere. The Old Quarter is a must-visit, with its narrow streets lined with colonial buildings, local markets, and street food stalls. Take a walk around Hoan Kiem Lake and visit the Nok Sun Temple on the lake's small island. From Hanoi, you can easily take a day trip to Halong Bay, a UNESCO World Heritage Site known for its emerald waters and towering limestone islands. It's one of the most famous natural wonders in Vietnam, and for good reason. If you're into adventure, you can kayak around the bay or take a boat cruise to explore some of the caves and floating villages. Heading south, the ancient town of Hoi An is another must-see destination. The town's charming streets are filled with lanterns, and it's a fantastic place to wander, shop for unique handcrafts, and indulge in some incredible food. If you're in the mood for some beach time, Hoi An is just a short trip away from some of Vietnam's most beautiful beaches. And of course, no trip to Vietnam is complete without visiting Ho Chi Minh City, formerly Saigon. This bustling metropolis is a mix of old and new, with towering skyscrapers standing alongside historic French colonial buildings. The Chu Chi tunnels, just outside Ho Chi Minh City, offer a fascinating glimpse into Vietnam's history during the war. You can explore the underground network of tunnels used by the Viet Cong and even try crawling through them yourself. It's a hands-on, immersive experience that brings the past to life. If you're looking for a mix of history and culture, head to Ben Thanh Market. This lively market is a perfect spot to soak in the local atmosphere, try traditional foods, and pick up unique souvenirs. Vietnam is a food lover's dream, with simple yet incredibly flavorful dishes that you'll remember long after your trip. The most iconic dish you must try is pho, a delicious, fragrant noodle soup that's eaten for breakfast or any time of day. Whether you go for pho bo, beef, or pho gar, chicken, it's the ultimate comfort food, and you'll find it on almost every street corner. Another crowd favorite is the banh mi, a Vietnamese sandwich served in a crispy baguette, packed with meats, pickled veggies, and fresh herbs. It's a perfect snack or lunch, and can be found all over the country. For something refreshing, try Car Phê Sua Dar, Vietnamese iced coffee, made with strong coffee and sweetened condensed milk. It's the ideal drink to cool down and get a caffeine boost. If you're looking for something to sip with friends, grab a glass of Bia Hoi, the local draft beer, served fresh at street corners for a cheap and cheerful experience. A few additional tips will help you navigate Vietnam like a local and avoid any common travel pitfalls. Vietnam is a country with deep cultural traditions. When visiting temples or religious sites, dress modestly by covering your shoulders and knees. Always show respect to the elderly, and avoid public displays of affection. While Vietnam is generally tolerant, it's always good to be mindful of local customs. While many people in the tourism industry speak English, learning a few basic Vietnamese phrases can go a long way in making connections. Simple greetings like Xin Chào, hello, and Car Mon, thank you, can make interactions a lot smoother. While street food is generally safe and delicious, use your best judgment. Go where the locals go, as high turnover and lots of customers usually mean fresh ingredients. If you're unsure, ask your host or a local for recommendations on where to eat. As mentioned before, traffic in major cities can be hectic, especially in Ho Chi Minh and Hanoi. Crossing the street might seem daunting, but don't worry. Just step confidently into traffic, and the motorbikes will flow around you. It's a strange dance that the locals are used to, but if you hesitate, that's when the chaos happens. And there we go, a complete guide to traveling in Vietnam. From stunning landscapes and rich cultural experiences to practical tips for getting around and saving money. This country has something for everyone. Whether you're here for the food, the history, the adventure, or the people, you'll find it all in Vietnam. Enjoy your travels and make sure to immerse yourself in everything this incredible country has to offer. Thanks for watching, and if you'd like a guide for any specific country or place, let us know in the comments below.